Huntsville keeps showing up on best places lists, and somewhere between the aerospace jobs and the AI valuation tools, buying a house has gotten genuinely complicated. Or at least it feels that way until you read the fine print.
Veronetta breaks that fine print down across a range of topics this episode. How AI fits into the home buying process, what signals smart investors actually follow, down payment programs most buyers overlook, and the hidden costs that can turn a bargain into a burden. Let's start with artificial intelligence and what it can and cannot do for buyers.
The question on the table is whether AI has made real estate agents optional. And the answer turns out to be more interesting than a simple yes or no.
The post, "Can AI replace a Huntsville real estate agent?" frames it directly. The future of real estate is not a choice between technology and professional representation. Instead, it is a partnership between advanced AI tools and experienced real estate professionals who know how to apply those insights effectively.
So the upshot is that AI handles data volume and speed, while agents handle the judgment calls that data alone cannot make. Negotiation, local nuance, emotional context.
The future of home buying and why every home buyer needs a Huntsville real estate agent both reinforce that point. The latter notes that information overload is itself a new problem AI creates. Conflicting valuations, contradictory forecasts, and agents help buyers sort signal from noise. How a Huntsville real estate agent uses AI to find hidden property opportunities adds the offensive side. Agents using AI to spot emerging neighborhoods through permit activity and employment data before competition arrives.
There is also a pricing piece. Huntsville Real Estate Agent reveals how AI is changing home values, covers how AI-driven valuation models now weigh buyer search behavior alongside traditional comps.
The consistent thread is that technology sharpens the tools. The professional still has to swing them. On to what investors are watching before any of this shows up in headlines.
The investment segment is really about timing. Specifically, why the moment a market trend makes national news is often the moment the best entry points have already closed.
Why smart investors follow Huntsville real estate agents before they follow market headlines puts it plainly. By the time a trend becomes a headline, the biggest opportunities may already be gone.
What this means in practice is that agents are seeing showing surges, relocation inquiries, and tightening inventory weeks or months before any report captures it statistically.
The secret data Huntsville real estate agents use to predict property value surges lays out the specific indicators professionals track: building permits, absorption rates, rental vacancy trends, infrastructure spending, and school enrollment growth. None of these are secret, but combining them is the skill.
And corporate relocations are their own early warning system. The piece on what agents know about corporate relocations that most buyers miss makes the case that every employer announcement is essentially a future housing demand signal. New workers need homes before the broader market registers the pressure.
Winning in Huntsville real estate grounds the strategy side. Buy on economic drivers. Evaluate cash flow before betting on appreciation. And think in neighborhood-level trends rather than citywide averages. Hidden neighborhoods poised for explosive growth before 2030, and the piece on government projects and economic expansion both point to infrastructure investment as the often overlooked multiplier. Roads and utilities that quietly reshape which zip codes become desirable.
The recurring advice is essentially study what is being built and who is being hired, not what the headlines are celebrating. That same forward-looking discipline applies when buyers are figuring out how to fund the purchase in the first place. A lot of buyers are sitting on the sidelines because they think they need 20% down, and that assumption is doing real financial damage.
The post on zero down payment options describes Huntsville's homeownership assistance program directly. The program can provide assistance of up to $24,999 or 10% of the home's purchase price to eligible buyers, applicable toward down payments, closing costs, or interest rate reduction, with portions forgiven over time for owner-occupants.
So the gap between renting indefinitely and owning may be much smaller than people assume, sometimes a course completion and a credit check away.
Government programs that could help you buy a home with less money down, and the Insider Guide to Government-Backed Programs most homebuyers never use both cover the federal layer. VA loans with no down payment for eligible veterans, USDA financing for suburban areas outside the urban core, and FHA loans that can be stacked with state assistance. The Complete Guide to Government Assistance, Grants, and Homebuyer Incentives adds Alabama's Step Up program, which provides up to 4% of purchase price toward down payment through a second mortgage structure.
The consistent finding across all 4 posts is that these programs go unused not because buyers are ineligible, but because they never learn the programs exist. Now, even after the down payment question is solved, there is still the question of what a home actually costs once you own it. The purchase price is almost a distraction. The real financial story starts the day you get the keys.
Huntsville real estate agent uncovers the hidden costs sellers hope buyers never notice, makes the case directly. The most expensive aspects of a home are not visible during a standard showing. Aging HVAC systems, deteriorating plumbing, outdated electrical panels, and roofing concerns can each run into the thousands before the first year is out.
Fresh staging and new fixtures are doing a lot of heavy lifting in some of those listings is what that means.
Why the cheapest house can sometimes become the most expensive purchase extends the argument to location. A low entry price in a stagnant neighborhood can mean weaker appreciation for a decade, which erodes any savings made at closing. How one school district can add thousands to your home's future value flips that framing. School zone assignment creates sustained buyer demand and limits supply within those boundaries, which historically supports stronger long-term appreciation even for owners without children.
And costly mistakes that keep families from building real estate wealth pulls the threads together. Emotional overbidding, skipped inspections, financing decisions optimized for monthly payment rather than total cost, and ignoring resale potential all compound over time into real wealth gaps.
The through line is that value and price are two different numbers, and the distance between them is where most of the expensive surprises live.
Whether it is AI tools, investor timing, down payment programs, or hidden repair costs, the theme running through all of this is that information advantage matters most before the broader market catches up.
Huntsville's growth story gives that principle real stakes. Next episode, we will keep following where the data and the development money are pointing.